He says,
I'm at school sometimes. My dad would just pull his pants down.
don't say I didn't warn y'all. Tonight, I'm bringing you guys to the darkest part of TikTok that you never knew existed. And I know a lot of you guys are already shaking right now. Like, I'm sorry, this is going to be terrifying. I uncovered the worst conspiracy theories and darkest secrets on TikTok. And you may wonder how I got access to them. I have no idea, bro. I've just been scrolling for hours. So I hope you guys can make it to the end of this video, because I don't know how I even survived. But if you do, let me know in the comments if you made it. But the only thing scarier than these videos is the fact that 50% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos. Thank you.
Sadly, we got another update about the virus. 2 people in New Jersey might have it. All because these people didn't keep these folks on the boat. Crazy, right? Remember how I said that they're having trouble tracking down the 40 people that got off the boat and people they shared flights with? Well, 2 people from New Jersey shared a flight abroad with someone who actively has the symptoms of the virus. New Jersey is trying to claim ain't nothing wrong with them. They're healthy so far. Yeah, isolate them still. Because something with a 40% mortality rate, I'm not going for it. And we all know them symptoms can take up to 8 weeks to show. The reason those people got off the boat is because someone passed away from the virus, but they didn't know what the virus was yet. If you don't know what it was yet, why don't you keep everybody on the boat? Unknown deadly virus is spreading around the ship. Keep everybody on the boat. South Africa got it worse. They still trying to find 20 people. And they won't put out the name of the people who are infected because they want to keep them safe, while at the same time having trouble gaining contact with them. I feel like the minute you let the public know who these people are, I promise you'll find them. Because nobody wants to go through another pandemic. I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah.
I mean, you would think if someone's life comes to an end because of a sickness on a boat that they would not let anyone off that boat. But we got Captain Genius over here letting everybody off the boat. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Okay, breaking news. This is what we're currently dealing with. That is one of the 3 suspected hantavirus patients who were evacuated off of the ship just a few hours ago, and they're off to get medical treatment in the Netherlands. That leaves a total of 146 people remaining from 23 different countries on board. And also, big update, health officials from Argentina think they may have now traced down the original source of this outbreak. Now, the AP report that it may have been the Dutch couple who contracted this virus while visiting a landfill during a bird watching tour in Argentina. It's also believed that that was the elderly couple who had passed away, both of them, one of which on the way home. The WHO are also tracing around 69 close contacts of the people who had previously been on the ship but left before anyone suspected a virus may have been present. They're also urging passengers who took this flight from St. Helena to Johannesburg on April the 25th to contact health authorities. But the tricky part in all of this is that this is a virus that can lay dormant up to 8 weeks. So I'll keep you guys updated as we know more. Nearly 150 people are trapped on a ship with a deadly virus, and they've just been refused to dock to protect national public health.
I am currently on board the MV Hondius, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here.
So what the hell happens to them now? Well, 2 big mysteries likely need to be solved before any country is willing to take the risk and allowing them to dock. The first is how this virus outbreak even began, and the second is which strain of hantavirus is this, because that can change the risk profile. The WHO fact sheet states that while there are multiple hantaviruses, there's one strain native to South America which has been documented to pass from human to human. But even so, it is rare for this to happen, and it requires close and prolonged contacts. The WHO also say that cases of this strain are primarily found in Argentina and Chile. Argentina is where the ship originally departed from. So as you'd imagine, for the people stuck on that ship, it would be pretty terrifying knowing that 3 people have already died, which were an elderly couple from the Netherlands and a German national. Several others are currently ill, including a British national in critical condition in a South African hospital, and 2 crew who are also set to be medically evacuated. But in saying all of this, it's very important to stress that the risks of this becoming 2020 season 2 is very low. The WHO confirmed this based on what is known about the virus's transmissibility. There are currently no plans for disembarking yet, but the ship is currently considering sailing to Spain's Canary Islands. As things develop, I'll keep you guys updated.
This guy missed a flight to see his grandfather.
Damn.
And what he did afterwards costed him his life. So this happened January 1st, 2024 to this guy named Kyle Effinger, and he was like 30 years old at the time. So this day he was going to the airport and he was running late because he was gonna take a flight from Utah to Denver to go see his sick grandfather that was like basically about to die. He gets to the airport and he's super late, so he's like scrambling around trying to, you know, see what's up. He ends up finding out that his flight already departed. So he's super sick, and at this point you kind of see this guy just panicking to the next level. So he's just trying to see if he can get another flight, trying to see if, you know, just any way he would be able to just get on that flight or get on another one that would be leaving soon. And there was no other flights. So this guy was pretty much just, he's running around the airport going all over, just trying to find a way to get to a plane. He ends up going through this like exit door that led to the runway,
like where all the airplanes be at.
Where all the airplanes be at. So he got out there and he sees his plane. It's already taken off.
Ain't no way.
This dude literally goes super close to the plane and he gets too close and the thing into
the turbines. No way.
Yeah, bro, immediately. And the plane, I think, ended up not taking off. One of the workers that were like, you know, the guys that are out there doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
He ends up going over to see one of the turbines, and all they see is like a bunch in the turbine because it's and nothing. So unfortunately, this guy lost his life trying to get to Denver to see his grandfather.
Dude, that's so sad.
Yeah,
bro.
so RIP this guy Kyle, man. I mean, it's just so unfortunate because you see in the footage, he's running around just trying to find any way to get on this plane, bro. So it's like the footage is insane.
I could understand the panic and depression that this dude was probably going through in this moment, but this was not the answer, bro, because now you're gone. You know, your family's got to feel the way that you were feeling. You know, it really was not worth it. I understand like the need to get on this plane so that you can go see your grandfather, but this was not the answer at all.
This why I don't sleep next to my phone, bro. This phone be hot. Microwave your shit. Yeah, you wonder why you can't sleep, bro. That phone away from your bed, brother. You in the hotel right now.
China needs to chill the out. Unitary Robotics have just unveiled what they say is the world's first production-ready manned mecha called the GD-01. And you know shit's real when they have to warn everyone to be sure to use the robot in a friendly and safe manner. Bro, we about to get some super villains. Now, not only is this thing massive, standing at 8'8", weighing 1,100 pounds with the pilot inside, so way bigger than a human, but also it looks like it can punch through walls and switch between two-legged and four-legged movement on command. Now, the reason people are losing their minds is that this isn't just a prototype like we've seen many times before. This is now a real commercial product that anyone can buy, the first of its kind for $650,000. But believe it or not, that actually is considered a pretty reasonable price for the robotics that will go into this. The big question is, we copping or what?
Y'all better hope I don't get my hands on one of these because I'm gonna be outside.
It turns out they put a fake alien in the UFO files. Take a look at this. A few days ago when the government released the UFO files, people started grabbing evidence and running with it. One of the images included in the government's archive appears to be the famous extraterrestrial Silverman photo, a known April Fool's hoax from a 1950 German publication. But wait, there's more. This viral disclosure meeting that allegedly happened between thousands of pastors and government officials also was not what it seemed. Pastor Jamie Walden, who was actually present, just said this.
There was 3 of us, not thousands of pastors. Reptilians were never once mentioned, never once at one single time were they mentioned, and it wasn't a secret meeting.
But he did say that there was a primary warning that Congress gave them.
So the biggest warning, and this was the entire context of our meeting, was to prepare as many as possible to not be enumerated among the many who abandon the faith.
And that's the point. Whether it's fake files, real files, aliens, demons, or government psyops, the goal is confusion. To get Christians arguing, running down rabbit holes, and taking their eyes off of Jesus. So test everything, but stay rooted in Christ. Because deception doesn't have to convince you of one lie. It just has to distract you from the truth.
So I have a theory, and once you hear it, you won't be able to ignore it. So what if Stevie Wonder wasn't actually blind, Don't scroll, this is where it gets weird. So there's a clip where a mic stand starts randomly falling. No sound cue, no warning. His hand goes straight to it. Then there's the NBA courtside footage. A big play happens, and Stevie turns his head towards the action before the crowd reacts, before all the noise and before all the chaos. And the last evidence is all the jokes that he makes. Stevie has joked for decades about driving cars. And at some point, a joke stops being funny and starts sounding like it's hidden in plain sight. Now, doctors say he's legally blind. Science says heightened senses are real. But if someone wasn't blind, would there be a better cover than being the most famous blind musician of all time? I'm not saying it's true. All I'm saying is watch the clips again. Comment your verdict, superhuman senses, or the greatest long-running secret in the music industry.
You guys actually know that I'm blind, I'm deaf. I flew an airplane while being blind and deaf. I wrote a book. I wrote the #1 best-selling book while I was blind and deaf. I've done a lot of things, so definitely don't believe me. I was just joking.
They said not to buy a car in 2027. So in all the cars starting in 2027, there's supposed to be federal surveillance in your car. AI will know if you're texting and driving. They'll just automatically call the police or drive your car to the police station. They know if you're... So this was the main reason why they put this surveillance, because so you could save these drivers. The hidden message is we can track wherever the go now.
Did you know they could already turn off your engine?
Already?
It's built into your vehicles. Now, this is the wild part. Did you know if you go to a headquarters of NASA, guess what type of cars they drive?
Well, electric?
They drive cars from like the 50s, 60s, 70s. There's no other tech that can go into it. Yeah.
Have you ever heard the conspiracy theory that if a star doesn't thank Beyonce at the Grammys, she'd because Beyonce recently revealed something she wasn't supposed to. You probably remember Adele, Lizzo, or Harry Styles, who, when they received their Grammy Award, included in their speech a part to thank Beyonce, saying she deserved to win more. For the people who are present at the ceremony, they think it's nice, but those watching from home immediately understand that something darker is hidden behind these speeches. In fact, stars give these kinds of speeches so they don't. In reality, this crazy rumor started after the death of the singer Aaliyah in 2001 in a very strange plane crash. If you don't know Aaliyah, she was truly the rising star of American music who was supposed to dethrone Beyonce. You can see where the problem starts, but on top of that, she was allegedly involved in a secret relationship with Jay-Z. So people quickly connected the dot and said, what if it was Beyonce, out of jealousy, who killed Aaliyah? Over the years, people think that stars are now afraid of suffering the same fate as Aaliyah if they win a trophy against Beyonce. So to protect themselves, they all give her praise in their speeches. What proves this theory the most is that moment when Kanye West went on stage during Taylor Swift's speech and interrupted her by saying that Beyonce should have won instead because Taylor had no intention of thanking Beyonce in her speech. That day, Kanye would have saved the singer because he knows Beyonce better than anyone. When you see the icon Taylor has become today, you understand that he did the right thing. Now we just have to see if during the next Grammy ceremony, someone thanks Beyonce again without any reason.
Oh hell, here we go. This guy's convinced that Elon Musk is one of those, and he says, check out his eye right there. Uh-oh. Is that what we think it is, or is that just like a really bad case of conjunctivitis? Y'all tell me what you think. Hold on, where is it? Right there. Ooh, he's convinced. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments.
They found him. People are saying that they found Michael Jackson on a bus in the Middle East. Something's going on here, guys, and if you ask me, it's AI. Who the hell is this? Huh? Who is this guy right here? Because people are saying that he was spotted in the Middle East on a bus. Now, he looks upset, guys. People are saying that he looks upset that they spotted him. Shut up! This is getting wild, guys. I mean, it looks like him, but an older version, right? This is Michael when he was younger. Something's going on here, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Now look at this. Shut up! Could it be? Could it be? Or is it AI? This is what people are saying. Like I'm saying, guys, I'm not saying that they found him anywhere. I think this is AI, but something's going on with this, bro. Ever since this AI stuff came out, people have been playing around, bro. Straight up and down. The people that we thought left, people are trying to make it seem like they didn't leave. They left, bro. They're gone. Rest in peace to Michael. I'm just playing my guys. Entertainment purposes only. You believe this crap? Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Leave him alone. This is not him, and I don't care who put this video together. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. This does look like the older version of him, and he looks upset. I don't know. Let me know. I'm out.
What if I told you that you are actually living in a dream right now? This list right here, of course, shows all the conspiracy theories from the most well-known to the darkest of the dark. And welcome back, we're going from the top to the bottom. This is known as altered perception. And yeah, you're in for a wild ride, lads. So, you know what a lucid dream is, right? You've probably all had that before, where you are basically awake in a dream and everything feels real. Sometimes it's actually very hard to distinguish whether you're in a dream or it is real life. That is true, that's a fact. You may be doing things in this lucid dream that's just like your normal life. You could be in a dream right now and wouldn't even know. And this is where the theory comes in that we are actually switched. Stay with me. So the theory actually is that what we're in right now, you sitting there watching this TikTok, me filming this video right now, is actually the dream state. So we're all actually dreaming right now, basically asleep, and when we go to bed and dream, that's the real world. Huh? It's hella confusing and doesn't really make too much sense, but when you actually deep it, as I said, you can control your dreams. Sometimes dreams feel so real that you can't tell it's not real. So I mean, deep down it is kind of possible that there would be another sort of consciousness. I don't know. See you in the next one. How the hell is this going to get crazier?
There is a video going around right now where it appears that somebody was saying that David and them unalived somebody, and it sounds like they're talking about Celeste Rivas Hernandez. A lot of you guys were asking me to talk about this a couple of days ago, but when I heard this video, it just wasn't clear enough to me to make out exactly what was being said, but I will say it did sound like it. But then Nancy Grace aired this video on her show last night, and I'm not gonna lie, my mouth dropped. It's even more disturbing when you realize that this video clip that I'm about to play is in the same video where we also see David saying that his bathroom smells and Neo looks really weird when David says this. We all know that this part was odd because prosecutors said in their brief that David lied to his friends, business associates, etc. about the bad smell that was around his house and his Tesla. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this video that Nancy Grace put on her episode last night. I do want to say that it's a lot easier to hear than the other video clips that have been going around, but still you might want to turn your volume up, that way you can make sure you hear it clearly, because this conversation is a background conversation, so listen closely.
It's kind of giving Harley Quinn. Okay. Aw, cute. I like it. And then, wait, look at this. Suckers. Has a nose. Where's the body glitter? We go to the USA now. Where's the body glitter from Claire's? Bro, body glitter from Claire's. Okay, clear glitter. Okay, chat. I'm gonna show you guys my.
Now, obviously, none of us know this is the context of that conversation that was being had, but I am gonna say it does sound a lot like it. At the same time, I'm wondering what would even be the context of this conversation for this girl to say you unalived her and then somebody else say, yeah, me and David. Because out of that whole conversation, those two parts were the clearest to understand and hear. Adding this to the context of it being the same video where we see David randomly say that his bathroom smells and Neo is looking at him all strangely is just really disturbing. It's also important to remember the prosecution's allegations against David. They are trying to say that David lied to a lot of his friends about all of this, but the private investigator Steve Fisher is one person who has really stayed on Neo's neck. A lot of people feel like the person in this conversation with the girl and David was Neo. And another thing, we know that Neo did testify to this grand jury against David, but we don't know exactly what he testified about. He also went on a rant right after that saying that he has receipts for everything and legally he is fine. Seeing the context of that whole video is even more disturbing, and also when you realize that it's literally just 2 weeks away from when they allege that David parked the Tesla for the very last time before he left on his tour. But y'all, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, we just need to throw him in the cell and throw the key away, because that was everything I needed to hear, bro. Like, what? There's nothing else they could have been talking about. Like, he just keeps getting more cooked as the days go on.
Something disturbing just happened at the Met Gala. Take a look at this. It all started with Katy Perry and her 6 fingers. Tons of people are talking about this, but few know what it actually means. And no, this isn't just random AI weirdness. The Bible actually mentions people with 6 fingers, but they aren't just normal people. 2 Samuel describes a war at Goth. There was a man of great stature who had 6 fingers, and he was descended from the giants. But wait, why are giants relevant? Well, that's where this gets wild. Katie went on to boldly flaunt a tarot card on the red carpet, the Magician. which is specifically associated with manifestation and turning spiritual energy into physical reality. So how does this all connect? Let me cook for a sec. When I search this in Logos, we see that scripture traces giants to a transgression that breached the boundary between divine and human realms. The sons of God, aka fallen angels, found human women attractive and took them as wives, after which the Nephilim appeared on the earth as offspring. These Nephilim hybrids were wiped out by Noah's flood. But here's the curveball. Jesus warned that the last days would be like the days of Noah. So when we put all this together, a pattern emerges. So when Katy Perry shows up with a 6-finger glove, an alien mask, and tarot card imagery, the theme isn't just weird fashion. It visually points to an altered humanity, mankind corrupted, the human image distorted, and creation twisted away from what God designed. This is exactly why I use Logos, because when culture gets spiritually confusing, I want to go deeper into scripture with trusted scholarly sources. Try it for free for 60 days at the link below or in my bio.
Trump is set to announce the single largest trade deal in history after he brought these of America's most powerful CEOs to China. The US president stated on Truth Social that he has invited nearly 20 American business titans, including Jensen Huang of Nvidia, Tim Cook of Apple, and Elon Musk of Tesla to join him on his visit to China and help broker this two-part deal reportedly valued at a truly staggering multiple trillions of dollars. The first part of the deal could secure for the first time in history over $1 trillion worth of Chinese investments into the United States, where Chinese companies will build stores and facilities in America partly owned by the US, potentially opening the door for certain long-sought Chinese products like electric vehicles to finally be sold in the American market. On top of that, the second part of the deal could involve taking away Beijing's massive trade surplus over Washington, currently valued at around $1.2 trillion annually through Chinese purchases of equivalent amounts of agricultural and aerospace products.
Yo, he deleted the video. So this food influencer went all the way to Japan. His name is Life of Cyan. And almost every single video that he made in Japan, he is being so disrespectful to a point where he literally had to delete one of the videos because he was getting so much backlash. And this is where it gets more worse. So he's basically going to all of these Japanese restaurants and like street food vendors and like trying all the traditional Japanese cuisines. And basically like every place he's gone to, he goes, tries the food, and he spits it out. And this is where it gets even more insaner. So the main video that everybody's pissed about is where he goes to this sweet old man who has been making flan his entire life, which is like supposed to be a bitter custard. And his flan has thousands of 5-star reviews. People love it. And this Life of Cyan guy like takes a picture and video with him. But he spits out the food and is so disrespectful during his review. Even more sadder, him and his friend are going to all these spots and seemingly spitting out all the food, except for when they go to the fast food spots. But some people are defending Cyan, saying that, well, at least he's being honest.
News came out, all of the activities David was doing leading up to Celeste.
About the chainsaw?
Yeah, yo! It literally unfolded as a plan. April 22nd, 2025, he had a fight with Celeste on text message. Celeste was so mad at him because he was seeing other women and they had a heated argument. She was gonna blackmail him, threatening. She'll say all of the things that he's been doing to her. One of the things she said was, I'm gonna ruin your career. Guess what happened the next day?
What?
David decides to send her an Uber to his house.
Okay.
The speculation is April 23rd is the day that Celeste was. In his messages, he sent the Uber. Yo, he was waiting for her at his house. And it's presumed that when she showed up, he her. He already knew that she's gonna leak all this information and ruin my career. Also, April 25th, leading up, that was gonna be the drop of his first album.
Oh, that.
So he couldn't take a chance with that.
Yeah.
Now, when what people think the deed was done and he sent a message to Celeste, hey, when are you coming? This is him. We're just trying to cover his tracks.
Oh, I heard about this too. I heard about what he did.
And then after that happened, on Postmates, he decided to order a shovel.
A pool.
A pool, yeah.
I saw that too.
And 2 chainsaws.
Oh my gosh.
And he ordered those under an alias, like a different name.
I seen that.
Because he didn't want to get in trouble, right? When they were looking at Celeste's body parts, bro, it's messed up, man.
Yeah, bro.
Complete. The body was complete. They found fragments of blue plastic.
What's the
blue plastic? Was from the pool. He was using using the pool to protect the floor where he was.
Oh, he's crazy.
Where's the rest of the money coming from?
I don't understand your question.
You may have heard GameStop is trying to buy eBay for $55.5 billion, but if you add up all their cash and stock, they're still $16 billion short. GameStop's CEO was confronted about this shortfall in an interview with CNBC, and the response was, well, you gotta see it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just trying to understand where the rest of the money would come from.
It's half cash, half stock.
I hear you. I'm just saying that math doesn't get you to the price that you're offering.
So,
Right, and that's a pretty straightforward question. I don't get it. Like, where's the rest of the money coming from? Andrew laid it out pretty clearly.
I don't understand your question. We're offering half cash, half stock, and we have the ability to issue stock in order to get the deal done. But the full details of the offer are on our website.
But you're on our air. We thought we'd get...
So, but I don't understand your question.
It just came out in the Epstein files that the elites were purposely trying to lower testosterone in men so that men can't fight back, putting estrogen in the water, making men very passive and weak through social media. They're telling them, oh, your masculinity is toxic and you should actually just be super soft and sweet all the time and gentle and never fight against anything. It's to cover up the things that they're doing. Because if every single man had the mindset of, no, our job is to protect women and children no matter what, they would not be getting away with the things that they're getting away with.
Okay, the thing is, bro, as a man, you need to be emotionally intelligent, but you need to also be a man, bro. Because, you know, if you're all like, oh, I love you, you know, like, bro, your girl's going, she's leaving. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, your girl wants a man, bro. She don't want a girlfriend. She wants a boy, you know, well, not a boyfriend, but she wants, you know, a husband, bro. So you just gotta be him. Like, that's just what it is, bro. If you're over here talking about oh, honey, like, how's your day going? Like, your neighbor's got her. Your neighbor's got her, bro. It's over.
This content creator just raised $400 million to take over Spirit Airlines from an Instagram reel.
Okay, I had a genius idea. Spirit Airlines just went bankrupt, right? I'm the guy that flew Spirit Airlines for 24 hours straight. There's more than 250 million individuals over the age of 18 in the United States. Now, if we took only 20% of them and paid basically the average fare of a Spirit Airlines flight, which is somewhere around $30 to $40, we could buy Spirit Airlines.
You heard that right, $400 million. And he did all of this in a week. Last week, Spirit Airlines announced that they were going belly up, bankrupt, ceasing operations immediately. People were stranded from their flights and had to literally pick other airlines to get home because Spirit shut down. Soon after, a content creator named Hunter Peterson launched a website called letsbuyspirit.com. And jokingly, the website was meant to be a community takeover of Spirit Airlines. Anyone could invest a minimum of $45 to get a small piece of this community takeover. He posted an Instagram reel, and what happened next will go down in fundraising and content history. The post went insanely viral, and people from every corner of the internet were lining up to invest a minimum of $45 in this Spirit Airlines internet takeover. And yes, on paper, this was a pipe dream. It would cost billions of dollars to take over Spirit Airlines, but what if I told you he was actually succeeding and it was working, and he had raised not only 100, 200, 300, but $400 million in just 7 days, meaning that Hunter just became the CEO of the internet's billion-dollar takeover bid of an entire multi-billion-dollar airline. But to me, this proves one thing. It proves that organic social media is the best asset for building anything. It shows that if you can combine the power of people around the world for one common goal, you can fundraise and do things that would seemingly feel impossible. I mean, there are VCs that can't raise hundreds of millions of dollars, and this guy did it in 7 days. And if a content creator can do this with just one Instagram post, what could startup founders do? Or people who wanted to launch their own venture funds in public? Traditionally, venture is a space that has been incredibly gatekept for a long time, but content creation seemingly democratizes venture and opens the doors to pretty much anyone. It's the same bet I've taken with my own venture content. The idea that the next level of fund managers and venture capitalists will be people who have these large distribution platforms that they can use to aid the companies that they are investing in. Because the next generation of capital allocators will be people who are building in public and have audiences. So if you're interested in potentially investing in this Let's Buy Spirit bid, just go to letsbuyspirit.com. I'll drop a link in the comments. And big shout out to Hunter, man. I hope you succeed in your bid and become the new CEO of Spirit.
A significant amount of time with defendant, including summer weekends at his home in the Hollywood Hills and traveling with him to Las Vegas, London, and Texas to meet his family. So now I'm thinking travel records, right? I'm thinking
So yeah, there's definitely going to be travel records of her being on these flights.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
That sounds like an internship. A great internship that people would be so jealous about. And not only is just an internship like to an office, it's traveling to Las Vegas, London, Texas. Wow. I would be jealous of that too. I'm very jealous. I'm jealous of that right now, and I'm an attorney. I want to take that internship. David, take me on an internship. I'll take that. Oh, but you're going to give it to this girl? What is she, why does she deserve that? I deserve that more than her. Oh, I hate David now. You know what? Let's find a way to make him go down because he gave this opportunity to somebody else and not me.
Yo, this dude will do anything to see David free. Bro just said an internship.
Okay, so I came across this video and it's pretty damn creepy. So I guess that's Will Smith's son or whatever. And just take a listen to what he says.
I'm at school sometimes. My dad will just pull his pants down.
Excuse me? Isn't that a felony?
Will is always, Will is always playing.
No, hell no.
Jane jumped up and ran.
No, hell.
Everyone is starting to be less speechless after hearing Michael Jackson's real voice. So if you've ever heard Michael Jackson talk, you know that he had a very soft-spoken, kind of high-pitched whisper voice, and well, it turns out that that was not actually his real voice at all. If you go ahead and click the sound at the bottom of this video, you will hear Michael Jackson's real voice. It is much deeper than the usual voice he used in like interviews and when talking to fans and whatnot, and it's honestly quite shocking to hear his real voice. Now, the reason why Michael Jackson never really used his normal voice is because he actually wanted to preserve his vocal cords. So when he would talk softly and quietly, that was preserving his vocal cords. So when he performed his music, he could go all out and sing the way he would sing. So yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense to me. And it just really seems like, as time and time went on and Michael Jackson continued to use that kind of soft-spoken, quiet voice, that honestly became his normal voice in some way. So definitely pretty interesting, and I'm curious to know your thoughts about all of this. The word backrooms is currently the most searched word here on TikTok, and well, here is exactly why. So currently right now at the time I'm filming this video, there's a new feature here on TikTok where if you search up the word backrooms, your entire screen will actually turn into the backrooms in honor of the Backrooms movie releasing later this month. So as a bunch of people start to discover this new feature and a bunch of creators are making videos about this new feature, naturally a bunch of people are searching the word backrooms here on TikTok to experience that feature for themselves. So it is caused the word backrooms to be the most searched word currently right now here on TikTok. Now, I honestly have no idea as to how long that feature is going to be around for, and naturally no one else knows how long the feature is going to be around for, so a bunch of people are just searching the word backrooms so they could experience it for themselves before the feature is likely removed potentially very soon. So definitely be sure to give that feature a try for yourself, and it's honestly just so crazy to see how popular the Backrooms movie has truly become. Like, it literally has its own feature here on TikTok where if you search up the word backrooms, it turns your entire screen into the backrooms. Wild, and I'm curious to know your thoughts about all this.
New York just backed a bill that shuts off every single online chat for every kid under 18 by default, and the reason that they're doing it right now is because of what's happening on Roblox. So if this goes through, every single person under the 18 will have their profile set to private, their location turned off, and their DMs completely shut off by default. An adult literally cannot message a kid unless that kid has already accepted them as a friend first. And if you're somebody that's under 13, your parent has to approve every single person you add. But here's the entire reason why they're doing it, because Roblox has 79 million people playing it every single day, and over 40% of them are under 13. Their child exploitation reports went from 675 cases in 2019 to over 24,000 in 2024.
Now, this comes amid numerous lawsuits and claims that the gaming platform endangers children. A string of lawsuits and claims allege the platform has enabled sexual predators to connect with and abuse children.
Hello? There have been at least 24 24 different arrests since 2018 for adults who used Roblox to target and manipulate children into meeting them, and now multiple states are suing the platform for making it too easy. There are 500,000 dangerous accounts active every single day, and reports of kids being targeted online nearly doubled just in the first half of last year. New York actually isn't alone either, because Australia just banned social media entirely for anybody under 16, and now there's a federal bill right now trying to do the same thing here. Guys, what do you think about this, and should every other state follow? Let me know.
David was just permanently banned from TikTok. Yes, you thankfully heard me correctly. You could go ahead and check for yourself. Just search up David here on TikTok, and you will see that his account is literally nowhere to be found because just a little bit ago, it was permanently banned. Obviously, this is very exciting to hear, and I just really hope that before David's account was banned, that all his information was saved and is going to be able to be used in court against him, because some of the videos he reposted on his TikTok account were very incriminating and could definitely be used in court. And also, I would not be surprised if David also messaged Celeste on his TikTok account in DMs and whatnot. So hopefully, once again, all that information was saved before his account was banned. But nonetheless, obviously very exciting news that David's account is no longer here on TikTok and no one can, access his account in any way, shape, or form, or listen to his music or support him in any way. So that is very great to hear. And I'm curious to know your thoughts about all of this.
I mean, bro had his young girlfriend in his trunk unalived. I would sure hope his TikTok got banned. My TikTok got banned and I didn't even do nothing. So I would sure hope his TikTok got banned. Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots. And we're going to be on to the next one. Thank you.